Hey guys, welcome to my video. For today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make the aligned puff stitch. To begin, all you're going to need is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, you will need to know how to make chains, the single crochet stitch, the half double crochet stitch, and the puff stitch. I have videos on all of those and I will have them listed down below. Starting from the very beginning, making chains, you're going to make an even number of chains. I have already made 22 chains on my hook. To start row 1, make 1 single crochet into the second chain from your hook. Make 1 chain to skip 1 chain. Into the next chain, make a single crochet. Make 1 chain, skip 1 chain, into that next chain, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make a single crochet into the last chain of your row. And that's how row 1 is looking. To start row 2, make 2 chains. You're going to skip the first stitch of your row. We're only going to be working into these previous chain 1 spaces until we reach the end of our row. So we're going to be making puff stitches into these chain 1 spaces, and they're going to be a 4 puff stitch. So if you're familiar with a puff stitch, how big or how small it is depends on how many times you go into the stitch or space you're working into. And I'll explain as I make my puff. I'm going to yarn over, go into that space, grab that yarn, pull it through, pulling up a loop. That's going to be 1 time into that space. Yarn over, going back into this space again, grabbing that yarn, pulling it through, that's 2 times. Yarn over, going back in, grabbing that yarn, pulling it through, that's 3. Yarn over, going back in into that space, grabbing that yarn, pulling it through, and that's a 4 puff because we went into this space 4 times. Yarn over, and I'm going to take that through all of the loops on my hook to make that puff into that space. Then I'm going to make a chain to secure it all together. Now you're going to be skipping over these single crochet stitches and only working into these chain 1s, and you're going to make this 4 puff into each of these spaces across. Of our row, we're going to have 1 stitch left. You're going to work a half double crochet, just 1 by itself, into that stitch, and this half double crochet is going to match the chain 2 at the beginning of our row. And that's how row 2 is looking. To start row 3, make 1 chain. So row 3 is going to be similar to row 1. Into the first stitch of your row, make 1 single crochet. Make 1 chain to skip over this previous puff stitch. Into this space between stitches, make a single crochet. Same thing, make a chain to skip over this puff stitch. Into this space between stitches, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip over this puff stitch. Into this next space, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip over this puff stitch, into this space, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip over the next stitch, into this space between stitches, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip this next stitch, into this space, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip this stitch, into this space, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, into this space between stitches, make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, into this space between stitches, make a single crochet. Make 1 chain to skip over the last puff stitch of our row. Into these chains at the end of our row that we're counting as a half double crochet, work into the tops of those chains, making 1 single crochet to complete this row. And that's how row 3 is looking. You would now alternate between rows 2 and 3 for however long you want your project. And that is going to be how to make the aligned puff stitch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more from me. You can follow me on all social media at crochetmelovely, all one word. Please leave me any feedback down below for future videos and tutorials that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for being here, and have a great day.